go.
Oh, no, here comes the nurse.
Saying that Nurse Gladys Manuel died yesterday, didn't she?
Yeah.
It's tragic. One of my absolute childhood
Fantasies.
Yeah. If I'm being honest, yeah. Oh, yeah, anyway, let's not do that. Gina's here. How are you, Gina?
Yeah, I'm okay.
Good.
Well, I'm here now. Hello.
Hello, Jamesy.
Hello.
Don't worry.
Oh.
You're right, mate.
It's not gone off to the best of start.
That's right, mate.
Someone's nervous.
Yeah.
He's quite rightly.
Was that just the phone falling over? That weren't him falling over. Oh, okay.
No,
No, his house fell over, Chris.
We don't want you getting injured, James, mate. Okay, well, it gives me great pleasure to bring this roundtable together. We have the wonderful Leon Pettit, Andy Q, Malcolm Stone, Windy Gale, the lovely Gina, Adam Smith, who's the chair of the supporters club. Well, I think we did have John Wills. He's there.
He's still there.
He's looking like a poor man's Mike Gattin today, actually.
Mm.
You're looking a bit Mike Gattin today, John.
I'll take that.
And obviously we've got...
Here, Leon has nicked your shirt.
Yeah. See, Leon, you're not the only one.
Yeah.
What's that?
This was the glory day, the glory days of Icklesham.
Oh yeah, I just noticed that.
Right.
Bloody
And
hell.
a little bit
It
bigger
looks
than
like it looks like a living cigarette card.
All right.
One for all our older listeners.
Yes. But a little bit more important than that, we've also got the excellent James Hull here, scorer of goals, ridiculous amounts for the under-23s. Under-23s, what was that final like, James? I mean, obviously, we spoke to you just before you got there.
Yeah.
But from the highlights that I saw, and I know, like, obviously, I think Andy and who else was there? Because there was a few that went to...
I think Gina did.
Yeah, Gina was there as well.
I went,
Oh, did you? Asked if you went as well. Oh, because you were tweeting, weren't you?
of course.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Man, a few words. Just tell us, because it looked a cracking game. I mean, we were all over him, and obviously you scored literally a perfect 4 goals, left, right foot, wasn't it? Header.
Yeah. I mean, we kind of went into the game knowing that we were going to win, because we were saying that the semi-final we had before was definitely going to be our cup final. They were the hardest team we're going to face. But we still had to be on it. I think that's probably one of the best performances I've seen from a 23 side in a long time. We were on the ball. We kept the ball really well. Our movement was decent, and the other team just couldn't live with us. They just weren't anywhere near our level. So yeah, it was a good game. It was a good win.
Well, I mean, I can only talk from the highlights I watched. It did look ridiculously one-sided. And I know the people that went, you obviously commented at the time, didn't you guys, that it was just almost a complete performance. Would you agree, guys? I mean, it was
the first half particularly was fantastic. Well, the speed of thought and speed of movement and the way the ball was whizzing around, everyone seemed really on it, and they were just absolutely, it's like going around cones. It really was that brisk. And as I said at the time, it's just fantastic seeing a team make such incredibly good use of a 3G pitch. The pace actually played into your team's hands. It felt like that, James?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, the pace of the pitch actually seemed to suit them, and the ball pinged around, and it was it was a pleasure to make the effort to be there. Actually, it was really enjoyable. Yeah, the only time they caught up with you was when you got a real clattering, didn't you, down near the touchline?
Oh God, yeah, that was fun. I remember that. I think I still got the mark from that.
Yeah, not surprised. That was a real belt. That, but I was amazed you got up from it. But it was great. It was it was complete. Really enjoyable.
Yeah. James, have you spent your winnings yet? You know, your cup final winnings. You obviously got a winning bonus. Have you spent it yet?
I think we spent it on the drinks on the way back, probably. No, it was good. This team we deserved at least a trophy, finally, because we've been knocked out of that competition, and obviously we haven't won our league because of COVID. So it was good to get a trophy under our belt, and hopefully we win the double. We've only got to win 2 more games, and we've won the league. So
yeah. That's obviously the under-23s you're talking about, yeah.
Yeah.
You took that into the first team now. You got your first league goal last week. I mean, what was that feeling like? It looked like you didn't know where to go run to. I mean, I know Smithy said that.
When I saw it hit the net, I was looking around. I was like, oh my God, that's actually gone in. I've actually scored it. And I didn't really know where to go. But obviously, I had to come over to the fans. And it felt good. It felt really good. Yeah.
Oh, nice. No, well, it's obviously a great moment. You deserve it. You're a banker for the subs bench now, which is, did you expect things to move so quickly?
Not really. I was a bit, at the start of the season, I was just a bit, well, I'll be happy if I get, 20 minutes here and there, maybe come on sometimes. But I was more looking forward to next season and just seeing this season through. But obviously Gary's given me a few opportunities, which I'm really grateful for. And obviously he says what he says to me, and John Meany as well. They have a lot of trust in me and stuff, so it's good to hear. And I'm in a good place right now, and I'm really loving it at the minute. So just gonna keep going.
It definitely looks like you are from obviously a fan's perspective. And funnily enough, I was chatting with John Meany. I think it was yesterday, and he was bigging you up. So that's you're a shoe in for the team now. By the you got them all buttered up, mate. Right. So moving on to yet another great win, making up for putting to bed that nightmare that we had at Corinthians away, which I still have bad dreams about. An almost perfect performance, particularly that first half, was unbelievably good. I mean, it was. I thought we were really treated to a great game from our boys. I mean, who wants to start on the Corinthian game?
The first half was probably, there was half an hour. That was probably as good a football as I've seen all year, I must admit. It was so many of the players seem to be playing their best game, and they've sort of dug their way out of things this past 6 weeks, haven't they? But suddenly it was all flowing. I mean, everything was so neat. Sam Adams in midfield was just on everything, and Jack Dixon was super neat with the way he was playing, and the ball was moving around nice and quickly again and decidedly. It's interesting how it really came to light on Saturday how they're moving the ball quicker, how you're moving the ball quicker, James. Not quite so much holding of the ball at the back. Even though Louis kicking, he's kicking more, he's sort of long passing rather than kicking. And it was just, everybody was snappy, and obviously good start for Mr. Parrish as well. He looked lively. Knory Scott was absolutely untouchable.
Yeah,
his little video that he sent out.
I think it was debatable whether he should have got man of the match. It's only because he didn't score. It's because he didn't score. As simple as that.
No, I mean, Ben scored the goals, didn't he? But the close down and chase and then playing the ball in for Ben's first goal was absolutely just exemplary. Just showed, because even when he hadn't been playing well, he had the work rate, didn't he? And that was suddenly the work rate and everything came together, and he was just untouchable. And it was great. We had a little period after half time, didn't we, where everybody took their foot off it a little bit, and then but never looked uncomfortable. Never looked uncomfortable.
I thought Ollie Black played really well, considering he'd been out for a bit as well.
I thought he had one of his best games.
Yeah.
Actually. He looked more mobile. I can't really explain it, but he was, and also his passing was better.
Yeah.
He just looked so cool. And I've never been I was always agnostic about the long throws, but the long throws, the trajectory on Sunday was absolutely ludicrous, wasn't it?
He was keeping it flat.
Yeah.
Really tossing it up.
Almost had 2 own goals off it.
Yeah.
They were shinning it into the crowd, everything. It was crazy. Yeah, I mean, the long thread, now that Dane seemed to spend half the game wiping balls.
Yeah. Pardon?
There he goes with his Dane and his clean ball bag that he's got down there in the dugout. It's absolutely fantastic. And I was all I say finally, why did they bother standing a man in front of him?
I don't know.
They took a man out the game that was having no impact on anything.
It's just ridiculous.
It was just really not nonsense. It was, it was like Subbuteo.
They didn't even put the biggest man in front of him. It was the shortest.
Some hapless guy just had to stand there and have the ball thrown over him.
As if Ollie was going to drop the ball right at his feet.
Yeah, I know. I suppose he could have thrown one right in his mush just for a laugh, I suppose. That would have been quite funny. But they were quite hapless. And the left back's free kick that he shinned.
Oh, just we main stand was in trouble. Then.
Oh, that was absolutely a thing of beauty. Yeah.
Anyone else? Obviously, Ben Pope managed to get a hat trick. Just if anyone didn't know, but he played quite well. What? Anyone else want to speak? Leon, come on, speak up.
Going into the game, I sort of had it in the back of my head that they're looking at their record. They don't let in that many goals. Defensively, they look quite like their record is quite. They've got a good defensive record, but they don't score many goals at all. So at the back of my head, I naturally don't sort of get too carried away. But I mean, after that first half performance, there's nothing really to worry about. There was a moment, I think, after kickoff, they sort of attacked a bit, and I thought, they're number 10, so a massive unit
big
up top. Yeah, loads of strength in the end. He had good touch on him. I thought, he's going to be, he's going to be dangerous. And then after that, it was all Hastings. I didn't really notice him afterwards.
The second goal we got, that was a brilliant move.
Mm.
There's a gang of little lads sitting behind me up in the main stand. There was about 5 or 6 of them. One of them was, great goal. That's the best goal you've ever got, whoever you are.
Oh, well. They're the fans of the future, John.
They are. And I was just
joining the main stand faithful.
Fantastic.
Oh dear.
Gina?
I didn't get to see the first half because I was stuck in the turnstile.
What, literally?
Because I have to stay in until the first half is over when I'm in there. So, but the
that's
second half,
annoying.
it was a good game. I enjoyed what I watched, what I got to see, should I say?
Yeah.
And I'm actually quite looking forward to Saturday.
Well, we do. I mean, should we go on to that segue immediately? Have we got guarantees that Histed will be in a dress?
Well, I'm taking the skirt ready.
Skirt. James, do you know about this? James, Gary's going to be in a dress, bra, full makeup.
Oh my God, no, I didn't know.
I think there might be another trial next week.
But apparently, only if they're winning. But I'm going to try and persuade him to do it either way.
Oh, it's only if we win. He's putting these.
That sounds dodgy.
Come on. He's putting these little. He's moving the goalposts.
But we're going to win.
We're winning
It
anyway.
don't matter. We're going to win.
Yeah, but it'd be. Go on,
Gina,
go on.
Gina, do you get to choose a dress?
I don't actually own any dresses that will fit in. They have to be a skirt.
But he's got a fair few, no doubt.
Probably.
No, Chris has chosen the dress. It's been his fantasy from the start of the season. It's now all coming together.
Oh, you're giving away my secrets now.
Ever since he saw Ginger Spice in that Union Jack dress all those years ago, we'd give it a go.
But I'd rather see him in a dress than the mankini.
That's a debate, I think. Yeah. Definitely.
In fact, Chris, if he went as Nurse Gladys Emmanuel, your life would be complete. There you go.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. He just, oh no, I don't. Yeah, I don't know what to say to that. I'm lost for words. What? Anyone want to talk about the football though? Smithy, talk about the game, mate. The 3-0 game.
Knory Scott, outstanding. Now, I do think we've got to shout out Knory Scott for that game. It's been coming, his performance. And sort of speaking to Gary Elphick after a few games, I think he really knows how to get the best out of Knory, as he does with all of the players. But yeah, he seems to have worked his magic. Something that I don't, no disrespect to Aggie, I don't think he ever got the best out of Knory, but Gary, yeah, he knows how to play him, and it's working.
In some ways, he reminded me of remember, like when Daniel Ajakai was on form, in that way that defensively, I thought Knory was fantastic. He was a really aggressive, and in attack, I thought the same. I just thought he was just on it, well up for it, which was, well, it's great to see. Do you
think part of it's because he's got Tom playing right beside him, Tom's playing out of his skin as well.
Yeah, I think I make it right. Him and TC have hit it off now, haven't they?
Yeah.
They've both come into form at the same time and understand each other, and it's all working with them too.
It's great to watch.
Knory seems to be more alert, doesn't he? He seems to know where the other players are now, where he's start of the season he's a bit headless chicken, but now he's looking up and telling.
Tom takes players out the game as well, because he could just with he can move 10 yards and take 2 players out the game, which just gives them such a problem. They can't double up on anybody.
It's so fast.
Yeah, because he doesn't have to pass the ball to take players out the game. His movement, he can carry the ball past 2 players, and then suddenly we're in. And then when you got Knory playing like that as well, there's too many people to mark.
Yeah,
you just can't. Pulls people out of position. It really shows.
Been moving back to right backs. He's been a different level ever since then. Like, I think sometimes if you play on the wing, you can sort of get crowded out a little bit, and he gets that little bit more room at fullback to just pile on. And even when he does now get crowded out, he just seems to, I don't know, he just has the confidence now. He just, 1 touch, 2 touch, he's gone. He's beat his man, plays the ball in.
He does.
I think John would probably bear me out here. He was sitting in the main stand as well. But I actually felt quite sorry for their left fullback.
Yeah.
He couldn't have been, much more than a teenager anyway.
No,
his face every time Knory got the ball, he's like thinking, I've got you. And then all of a sudden, TC would go running past him. And he'd and the ball would go, and he'd look around and say, what have I got to do? Why did I come here today? It was quite funny just to watch his face.
Yeah, they didn't seem to give that left back much support, did they? There was just he was out there on his own, almost having 2 to mark. And
he was only a young lad, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was. Yeah.
Well, it was a team of hair buns as well, wasn't it? I mean, you had the 2 centre halves were man buns, weren't they? Remember the diver, the one that liked to be on the
floor?
Yeah.
They're number 5.
Shame
it didn't take us long to remember him, did it?
Yeah, I thought that with the
talking of hair buns.
I'm working on it. With the sort of player Knory is, it's all about confidence, isn't it? Really, yeah. And you can see that's what's come through in the last couple of games. Because if he's got it in his mind that he's just going to walk past people, that's what he's doing. But earlier in the season, he just didn't quite have it, did he? He was trying hard, but things weren't working. So that's been good to see. I thought in the first half, I said to George, is this one of the worst teams we've had here? But then as the game goes on, you think it's actually not about the other team being bad. We made them look really bad.
Definitely.
And it was just such a good performance all the way through the side, wasn't it? It was difficult to, of course, Ben quite deservedly got the man of the match, scoring 3 goals, and we know that's not just his game. He works so hard for the team, doesn't he? Getting the tackles in, setting up other people. But then you look through the team, and you could have picked a number of others, couldn't you?
Yeah.
It's just a good, solid team performance.
I think the first half was the best I've seen them play this season by far. And I was actually disappointed with the second half. I understood it because at 2-0 at half time, you come out, see how the game pans out, and that type of thing. That's all it was that they weren't under any pressure, and just see how it pans out, and then always had another gear to go up. But as a fan, after seeing the first half, you're actually disappointed that happens for a little while, and you think, oh no, why are we doing this? You know, it's I know, because I actually sat there and thought, I was a little bit nervous, I must admit, on how we played them away, and the last few weeks, really, I think a lot of the players have had a little bit of a dip in form, and so I was a little bit nervous. It could have been the wrong scoreline, but not say after the first half. At half time, I thought, wow, that's the best I've seen them play this year by far. Yeah. I really enjoyed it, and then was disappointed for about 25 minutes, thinking, why have you just sort of let the game flow and, you know, see how it panned out? But they upped it again a little bit, and, you know, sort of finish the game back on top and on form.
I didn't feel that Corinthians were going to score, though. It didn't feel like that.
No, the only clear chance they had was in the 90-odd minute with that free header, wasn't it?
Yeah,
really?
yeah.
Even when they created chances, they just, there was no, didn't look as though they were going to finish them at all. Even though
there was nothing.
That header was a good example. We should ask James, what does Gary say to you, James, and how does it feel coming on when the game's a bit dead like that?
It's always difficult coming onto a game like that, when you're taking your foot off the gas, when you're up against it a bit, when they're attacking a lot and you're suddenly defending a bit. You just got to keep the ball, but you know, he just says, go on, do a job, do what you do. You know, it's not like he doesn't need to do like a massive speech. He's got that capability. He just always gets someone up for a game, and that's why I think, like you said, he's got the best out of Knory, because Knory for the 23s was just he was just running the show, like he's running it, and now he's finally brought it to the first team, and he's finally started doing his own bit. He started taking people on, showing what he can do skill wise and assisting people, and it's good to see really, because it was hard to see him at the start of the season when he wasn't really getting much. So yeah, it was decent.
Yeah. James, did you come on for Knory?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, he looked disappointed to come off, didn't he? But he had no more to give, did he? He just was absolutely shattered.
I think he just wants that goal. I think that's what.
Yeah, I think that's what he was. But he didn't want to come off, but he had no more in the tank there.
No, probably not. No, probably not. But yeah, when he gets that goal, I'm sure he'll be even more flying than he already is.
One thing I want to mention, James, particularly some of your subs appearances when you've been coming on with Kenny, like you were saying about how fired up, like particularly you and Kenny, whenever you've come on, like, and you've been the reason why. I mean, I remember there was a late goal we got against, someone's going to remind me, away game where we got a last goal in the last minute. Sitting ball, was it? Yeah. And that was down to you and Kenny. You know,
that was interesting. Yeah, sorry, we did at the time, James. It's interesting to see what you think about that, because we said at the time that substitution at half time at Sitting Board saved our bacon that day. That yours and Ken's movement and play up front dragged us through that game. Did you enjoy that half?
Yeah, I mean, I enjoy every bit of football I can get in a minute. But no, as soon as TC scored that goal, it was a good thing. It was almost like I scored the goal.
You seem to have quite a good understanding with Kenny when he does come on, though. You got like it's almost like telepathic. There's a little bit going on.
Yeah, me and Ken are like we always like ping a ball with each other at training. Always doing like this. Was messing around and stuff.
I can see in the future Ken being a coach. He stands at the side and he's giving it some all the time, isn't he? Even when he's sub.
Oh god, yeah, 100%.
All the time. He can't exactly sit. He can't exactly get in the box, can he? He's a bit too big for that. But no, it's good to see.
No, it's good. It's good. Any more thoughts on the win? Anyone?
we briefly mentioned Paris. That's the first time I've seen him, and I thought he did well. He's looking good, and I think he's just going to get stronger and stronger as well. With understanding how, especially with Ben, and the amount of balls that Ben was winning in the air as well. I know we've sort of briefly touched on it, but he was just winning everything.
Yeah, there's a lot of if they get close together and build that understanding, he won a lot of flick-ons, didn't he?
And I think if Paris can read those, which he will in time, that's going to open it up for him as well. So
that's interesting. That struck me again as something a little bit new. I mean, again, you know, it just struck me as a little bit another angle to our game, wasn't it?
Yeah. And we still got, I mean, it's good to see Dave Martin come on, but I didn't see the other guy. He didn't come on, did he, Diallo?
But actually, speaking about Ben quickly, what was really lovely to see was obviously his missus was there with his baby. And when he got that hat trick and she was like, she had the baby in the air and baby was smiling, baby wasn't screaming, baby was smiling, happy. Ben was happy. You know, it was a very sweet moment, I thought.
It wasn't a Michael Jackson moment then. So.
No, she didn't just yeah. Well, she lobbed the baby in the air, and one of us had to dive and catch. But no, that wasn't the case. That wasn't the case at all.
And James, you didn't try to get the ball off him for the penalty at the end, then?
No. I didn't even bother this time. Didn't even bother. No chance. I've got to wait until he's off the pitch before I can take it.
It does look that way.
Yeah, he doesn't miss. So until he misses, then I might bag the question, but no.
Great game. Some great scenes after the game as well. In the bar afterwards. A big shout to Matt, who isn't on, obviously. This not Matt the drummer. The other Matt, who got me home that night. Just all I'm going to say.
Just quickly,
that
Chris.
Was worse for wear, but yeah, go on.
Has anyone seen Craig's Instagram? He's put on there, sent a number 5 for a hot dog. I think it was when they got the penalty appeal, and he's got the 3 steals there. I've been turning him one way, turning him the other, and then he's put sent for a hot dog.
Oh no! No, I don't do the Instagram. Oh, bloody hell!
All right, yeah,
that's
got
good
the number
stuff.
5, which was. Of all people, I don't normally blow his trumpet, but it was only because it was a number 5 that gave us so much grief away. So, he deserved it.
Well, a little bit of karma there, wasn't it? Really?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Actually, James, was there any talk within the dressing room about? I mean, obviously Craig, but like the talk about the way Corinthians behaved the last match, that there was going to be some receipts paid off.
I think I did hear Popey talking about it.
Oh, okay, I can imagine it. Yeah.
Nah, really? Surely not.
with the hairband geezer, one of them anyway, because there's 2 in there. So.
Oh, it was ridiculous. He was trying to get Popey sent off at the away game as well.
Yeah, I did hear him talking about it, but no. Other than that, I didn't hear much really. Everyone was too focused on the game.
Yeah,
that's good.
Oh, okay. All right. So we'll look forward to Cray. Obviously, there's one highlight, which is the possible Histed in hot pants. We'll put that to the side. Talk about something even more important than that, which is the road to promotion. Another game that we need to win. Anyone want to? I mean, I'll take it. Most of us will be going.
Are you going, Chris?
Oh yeah, I'm going. Thank you. Yes, yeah. I wasn't going to start that conversation and be, oh yeah, I'm not going.
Yeah.
Yes, currently I'm going. All right,
yes, we're hoping to go.
Excellent.
Yeah, I'm going on the coach.
Yep, you're going to make sure that Histed's there.
Yep, we're all going to be on the coach already.
The party bus.
Magic bus.
When we went to VCD, I was on the bus. Who was playing music? It wasn't
Lucy.
you, was it? Oh, okay,
No.
right. No, just shit music, basically. it was JLS, Ed Sheeran.
Ooh.
You know, at least mix it up a bit. Put some
Block party.
90s, block party or some 90s rave or something. Just
Leon, we always say if you've got a request, shout it up and we'll play it.
I'm too quiet. I didn't really, I was. sort of by myself. Didn't know you guys too well, so.
Well, you know, for next time.
Yeah, I will. Yeah, I'll get Larry and yeah.
Yeah, you'd be Kajagoogoo or something you put on. Anyway, no, sorry. That's for the oldies here.
All right, Grandad.
Yeah, exactly.
But it was quite handy Cray losing last week, wasn't it?
Incredible. Yeah.
Ashford is still winning at the moment tonight. 2-0 still.
East Grinstead.
Yeah.
Well, it's expected anyway.
Yeah.
I think surely it just has to be a case of, you know, we're now down to the classic cliche of just do what we have to do and no one can catch us, isn't it?
Yeah.
Simple as that.
Yeah.
Yeah. James, is Dan playing tonight?
He is, yeah, he is playing.
He's on the bench.
What do you reckon the feel is with the Ashford lot? Are they still making a go of it? Because they're on a good run of form, aren't they? Do you think if we slip up, they feel they've got a chance of catching us, or do you think they're resigned to playoffs?
I mean, when I speak with Dan about it, he always just comes to me and goes, "Oh, why can't you just lose? Like, can you just lose?" So I think he still thinks he's got a little bit of a chance, but no, I think we just got to see it through now. Get the job done.
You just got to you got Nicky's boots, mate, and you know what you need to swap them with, don't you?
I'll beat them in the corner. They're over there somewhere. I'm not.
They're in the dock.
They are talking. Well, we'll move on to that in a minute. But any more thoughts on Cray?
I wonder how many we'll take. I wonder how many people will go. What's it, about an hour and a half drive, is it, or something like that? But we've got one coach at the moment, haven't we, going?
Yeah, there's one coach, and there's always seats if anyone's interested. So.
Yeah, I think they're standing up all the way.
What their average attendance is? That's
Few hundred.
like 100 and it's not even 200, is it?
No, 120.
Yeah, pants. So I watched their highlights against Three Bridges. Like literally, it's four guys behind the goal.
129. According to Phil, it's 129 is their average gate.
Yeah.
Gosh.
Wow.
So there you go.
Yeah.
Must be hard to play to that standard in front of a crowd like that.
What's that like, James, for Dan? Because obviously Ashford don't get many compared to us. What does he say about it? Does he ever speak about that?
I mean, I don't think it really affects him, to be honest. Like, he obviously when he comes to play, when he played at the Pilot Field this year, obviously he was like, "Oh my God, that's a big difference." He was saying to me when you guys were giving him stick when you were singing all these songs.
Well, that you're a better player than he is. That's what we were saying. That's all. Yeah.
He was saying he couldn't hear it because I pulled him up on it after. I was like, "Do you like the songs they were singing then, mate?" And then he was like, "What songs are you talking about?" And he genuinely couldn't hear it.
He knew.
So,
He must have heard it when you scored that penalty.
He definitely heard that. No, but yeah, I don't know if it affects him or not, but no, it's weird. It's weird how so little other teams have, but we've just got massive support, which is amazing. Yeah, it does help us out a lot.
If Every says he had a good game, James, you can say to him, "Well, no one saw it, so did it actually happen?"
Exactly that. That's true. That's very true.
Get in his head.
Whenever I play in front of a bit of a crowd, which is at my level about 20 people, yeah. when I've had like the odd cup final or whatever, I think I've got a bit of a crowd here. You know, I end up playing a bit better because I just don't want people to watch me and think, "I see that guy there, he's shit." I don't want to be that guy that everyone thinks, "Oh, look at him, what a mug." They're playing in front of a crowd, which is 20 plus for me, makes me actually play that a bit better. But
Leon's a big time performer.
yeah.
Having played against Leon and seen him play, I don't think many people say that, mate.
No.
Oh, come on, Mindy.
No.
It was there. The opening was there.
We're all wiping away a tear.
Yeah.
Right then, we've got to move on to the trial, so I've got to get my garb on. Right. By the way, Chief Prosecutor Leon, have you got your opening speech ready?
Yeah, I can cobble something together. Yeah.
All right, let me just get my gear on.
Oh God, it's not Mankini, is it?
Oh.
He's getting the skirt.
No, it's not a Mankini.
Whilst we're doing this interlude, John, we've been looking at mocking up. So we've been mocking up some T-shirts for the main stand.
We mean.
Can you see this?
I can't see it.
It's only do I need to talk so you can see it?
That's
it's an early prototype.
Oh God, there's me. I'm in the top left.
Can you see it? Oh dear.
It's the sort of thing Del Boy would say.
Maybe I'll have to tweet out. We'll tweet out a picture or something.
Brilliant.
Very good.
John, what year is your shirt from? I'm trying to make out who made it. It's not like a.
Who made it?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
I can't see it's back to front at my end.
Primo.
No, it's not back to front. No, I'm just
Primark. It was
Primark. Wow, it looks like my old rugby shirt from Parker.
Yeah. Is it your shirt at the moment? Is it the same sort of design or not?
Yeah, still green and white.
I do actually remember those shirts looking like rugby shirts. So when I used to play against Icklesham, they were like that, really thick. I don't know how you played.
Yeah, even recently, actually, we've had to wear some old shirts. And what the fuck is this?
Right, yeah. Order in court. Order in court.
Fantastic.
We're not going to have a go at James now. This is
no.
Mate,
we've all made friends. You sort of missed the boat, Chris.
Yeah, we've all made up.
It's a bit like Partygate. It's it's all old news now.
Well, yeah, exactly. Right. So anyway,
you look like Charles Hawtrey.
Right. Sorry. So, well, just so we say, this is the trial. So, while this trial is taking place, it's the plaintiff, which turned out to be it's a class action lawsuit, as the whole of the clubhouse reported the heinous crime of crimes against fashion, crimes against humanity, which is Scotland. Is a hate crime, as is everything else, but that's not. We won't go there. Right. So specifically, there was white Crocs. I didn't see this. This is what's been told to me by obviously the Chief Prosecutor Leon. So this has been brought against the breakout striker that is James Hull. First of all, James, how do you plead?
Not guilty. I don't know what to talk about. I haven't got Crocs. I don't know what to talk about.
All right. Well, unfortunately, we've got Chief Prosecutor Leon has provided me with some information provided that might go against that. But yeah. So obviously we've got Prosecutor Leon. He's never lost the case. Have you, Leon?
No, that's because I never had a case. So.
We never told me that, right? So
no,
it's a file.
Okay. So your judge today is Chief Justice Laverick. I mean, you could call me Chief Justice or your Lord. Yeah, that's my pronouns. They're my preferred pronouns. Obviously, the prosecutor has the opportunity to get across its statement. Firstly, please give your statement, Sir Leon of Loxley.
Well, you lady. What we have here is a case of a young man that has hit success at a young age and has let it go to his head. Unfortunately, what was a nice young man thinks he can, walks around, give it the Billy Big Bollocks, as we saw with Justin Bieber. Remember Justin Bieber, that sweet young Canadian pop singer with the pristine hair, and then within about a month or two, he just turned into a bit of a douchebag, didn't he? Went about wearing God knows what, and as we saw in the clubhouse at that time, young James Brian Hull turns up in those white things. I mean, if you think of your fashion faux pas you can make, you got what, double denim, Sandals with socks, ankle swingers.
Ooh. Boot cut jeans.
Yeah, well, yeah, boot cut jeans. I mean, you can add super skinny jeans to that now, isn't it? That's so 2005.
What about Frostwash? Frostwash? Do we remember that one?
Oh yeah, yes, that as well. Yeah, and ill-fitting toupees, which I hope John Wills isn't going down that route with his hair. But the evidence against this young man is damning. Unfortunately, his plea of not guilty is just baffling.
So you have got some witnesses. First of all, we have a certain gentleman.
Hello, this is Peter Heritage. Just going to ask James a question, like I've asked him before. The rumour is in the Hull household that his brother is a better player than him, and he will never score against his elder brother who plays for Ashford. And the bet is that whoever wins gets the bottom bunk, the top bunk, and the loser gets the bottom bunk. But in defence of James, what a goal on Saturday. Well played, mate. Keep up the good work. I'm teaching you everything I know. Catch you soon.
Well, it wasn't much of a prosecution witness there.
That
wasn't much of a prosecution witness, was it?
More of a defence there.
Is he teaching you how to drink?
I can never catch up with Pete.
No, I don't think any of us can.
No.
Well, this hasn't started off too well. So let's see if this one's any better. Leon.
Chris, in James Hull's defence, there was a caution wet slippery sign next to him, and I did see a mop in his hand. So I'm not sure if that was maybe the reason why the white Crocs were pulled out.
Oh, Gary Elphick's defending him now. I mean, Jesus, right, coming. Leon, you need to. Well, let's see what else we can pull out here. Hang on.
I'm absolutely shocked
Pat's going to be
and appalled to hear that James Hull, I can't even say this, I'm so upset. James Hull was caught wearing socks with Crocs. This has single-handedly undone all of the hard work on our image that we have put in so painstakingly over the last 7 years. You can't dress like a character from Sesame Street and wear the club badge. The young man needs to have a really, really long chat with himself and give his head a wobble.
Wow, that was a better witness. That was a better witness.
That's hit hard. That.
Yeah. Well, okay, that's 2-1.
Yeah.
Let's see who else we got here. Let's see. We might know this gentleman.
We're looking for an equaliser.
Obviously disappointing to see a young, promising player in court this early in his footballing career. This is a player who's cemented himself as the best footballer in his family, started scoring goals, and this could be career-ending for him. So the big question is, will he repent?
That was George with the drum. Will you repent? Is what George is asking, really.
It's going to be hard to come back from this. It really is. I'm willing to do it. I'm willing to throw them in the bin. Really am.
Well, I think that's somewhat of a decision, isn't it, Leon?
Put it this way: if I was sat on a bus and a 90-year-old woman come hobbling on with about 20 coats on, and there was no seats left, she looks at me. I looks down and she's wearing Crocs. I'd say no, I'd jog on.
and actually, I tried to get your defence lawyer. Now, obviously, one of your defence lawyers, Adam Carter, I don't even know if you knew he was your defence lawyer, but he's got COVID now. And that's what he's saying. Okay. We're not sure yet if that's true. But also, I asked Knory, and Knory never got back to me. I did beg him to come on in your defence, because I heard that he defends the Croc situation.
Yeah, he wears Crocs. Knory loves a Croc, so yeah, I've definitely got him on my side.
Are they white?
They're not white, no.
Oh, it's okay then.
It's funny though, you say that, James. You were looking to him on the day for support, and he just totally blanked.
Yeah, no. Yeah, he wasn't having any of it. He's a bit shy around Charles.
So what happened to sliders then, James? Did you just completely skip them and and plough your own furrow?
Yeah, I mean, I'm just trying to start something new, but obviously it doesn't really end very well.
Yeah, it's looking like a bit of a fashion cul-de-sac, mate. It has to be said.
And look where you are now. You've got a bunch of 30-year-old plus guys, plus Gina, all basically bullying you.
There is a certain irony because it's not exactly Paris Fashion Week amongst us lot, is it? Really?
Not with that shirt on, no.
The centre court there with that Je Suis main stand. What we're going to do?
Available soon at a retailer near you.
Absolutely. Dicko's tackle shirt. That's the next one getting made up.
Of course, yeah.
Yeah, got to get a bit of Dicko's. Well, John likes a bit of Dicko's tackle anyway. James, what we're going to do is we're going to put this out there to the ether. So we'll put this out. What sort of sentencing needs to happen? We'll put it out to all the listeners. Let's see what they should suggest.
Yeah. Okay.
What the next move is. We'll put that out to the people. But listen, you've been a good sport. Thanks ever so much for coming on.
No worries. Thought it was good fun.
One last bit about Adam Carter. You mentioned he's got COVID. I saw a picture of him today. He did look dreadful. So if you're listening, Adam, hope you get well soon, mate.
Get well soon.
Get well soon.
Get well soon, Adam.
Yep, the commentary will be essential this weekend for a lot of people.
I'm glad he was in a glass box on Saturday. I know that.
James, after Chichester, I'm really sorry, but I'd been drinking from about like 9:30. I saw you in the clubhouse afterwards, and considering you just scored like your first league goal, you've been playing really well. I think the first thing I did, I saw you looked down on your feet and just blurted something out of my drunken state about Crocs. So any decent fan would have said like, well done, mate. You've been playing well, and yeah. In my defence, I was on the beers.
He knows.
Well done.
He knows you think that, mate.
Thank you.
We all love you, James, mate. We all love you. Don't you worry. And any of the ones that were shouting at you were a virgin and all that because of the Crocs. But I wasn't singing that one. Just so you know, I wasn't singing that one.
Thank you.
I might have joined in. I don't know, but yeah, you're a good sport.
Thanks, no problem at all. I'm looking at my Crocs now, and I'm just like, oh.
No, I said you threw them out.
I'm allowed to wear them for one more game at least.
They could be your lucky Crocs.
Could be your lucky Crocs. Yeah.
No, listen, James. Thank you, Windy, Leon, Smithy, Gina, John, Malcolm, and obviously Wills, and particularly James Hull. Thank you so much for coming on, and see you at the game. See you at Cray, and smash Cray.
Yep.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. See you,
Okay, guys.